Thank you for staying with us. I am a genuine boy. If you are just joining us, don't worry. You are right in time for the last interview for today's program. And this is all about the lifestyle segment for the day. And today we're going to be having a conversation around makeup and the makeup industry. But before we get to that, just want to appreciate you all who are talking to us via our Twitter platform. I see Didi Polo, Willie G, Daniel Owange, Daniel Osiemo. I also see Marcy there tuned in. Thank you so much for being with us. Kikuvi Kienze, thank you so much for talking to us. Karan Venture, we appreciate you for choosing to start your morning with us. The only way to start your morning, this is on Good Morning Kenya, as well as Mwangi Maina. Thank you so much for staying with us. Do keep talking to us. We'll be sampling more of your feedback as we proceed, and before we get to close the show, that is. But for now, remember the hashtag is still Good Morning Kenya on Twitter. Our official station handle is at KBC Channel 1. My handle is Jane Boy, and my colleagues, you can find them as Ray Manyara, at Dorina Range, and at Sam W. Njoroge on Twitter. Now, we'll move on to our lifestyle item for the day, all about makeup artistry. And today with us in studio this morning, we have one lady who is going all out to just spread her love for this industry and do so especially in such a beautiful way. We have with us Faith Heho. She is the founder of the Makeup Tower. Karibu sana.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being with us.
Humble.
How can guys find you on social media?
On Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, I'm at the Makeup Tower.
The Makeup Tower.
Yes, all small cups.
I like it. The Makeup Tower, like the Makeup Tower. Tell us a bit about the background. Let's start with the name first of all.
Yes.
The Makeup Tower. What's the inspiration behind that?
Basically, when I started doing makeup, people used to refer to me as Faith, others Njeri, others Heho. So we just had to find a common name for everyone.
For everyone?
Yes. So I thought about it. Makeup is a build-up of products. You have to do the foundation, do the powder, the primer, like it's a build-up. So I thought basically that's a tower. And at the end of the day, I want to get myself at the top. So I decided, what do I do? Makeup. What is it? It's a build-up. What's a build-up? Tower. So the Makeup Tower. 1 + 1 = 1.
Exactly. I like it. I like that, the fact that there's a meaning behind a name, not just because it's your name.
Exactly.
You know, most people tend to name their businesses after themselves.
Yes.
But this is something that will live even, beyond you.
Yes.
But let's now go back to the foundation which your company is based on, and I read a bit about it, and as a mom it was a bit heartbreaking, but we want to hear from you, how it all started.
Okay.
Where the seed was sown.
It was back in 2014.
Yeah.
When you grow up, you have that relationship, you're so in love.
You see yourself grown.
Oh my God, you see heaven on earth.
Yes. So
back in the day, I used to date this boyfriend of mine who my parents were against so much. So at some point I got pregnant. Zero support. The love I used to see was no longer there. I really don't know what happened. He was not there for me for a very long time. And for me, it got me to a point of being stressful, being depressed. I don't want to ask my parents for money. I want to show them, by the way, I have this covered. I got it. Yeah. Everything is under me. So I really loved to do my own makeup. Even when I was back in high school, I used to find myself just doing somebody's eye pencil and they just love it. They come, they tell me, I just want to do this lip gloss, but there's a way you do it that's different.
You were the plug.
I was the plug, but I wish I knew it back then.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have gone to school. So later on, I'm now pregnant. I'm confused. I told my dad I'm pregnant and he told me, congratulations. That shows you're very fertile. I'm telling you, I cried. I cried and I was hoping he would scold me. He did not. So I said, because he's not scolded me, I'm not going to ask him for money. Let me figure out something I can do. By then, this boyfriend who's not supporting me told me, have you ever thought of doing makeup? Because you're really good at doing it on yourself, you might as well as do it for music videos. I could introduce you to 1, 2, 3 people. So that is the point where I said, what else am I doing? I'm now pregnant. Nobody's going to employ me at 3 months pregnant. So I have to figure out a way between now and the time the baby is here. So I started doing makeup. I got a very nice first gig. I was doing makeup for a runway show.
Ooh.
Yes. So they were supposed to pay me 50,000. Here's the trick. I didn't have any products. Remember, I'm green. I don't know how to do makeup. By then, I didn't know even there was YouTube for me to go and learn how to do makeup. And by then, nobody really appreciated makeup as an art. So I borrowed my father's 7,000 Kenya shillings. Nikaenda Du Bois, uko downtown. Nikanunua what I could get, because I realized eyes, I need eye pencil and concealer. Like, I bought what I thought would work for me.
Yes.
I went for the gig. So I didn't know I'm supposed to ask for deposits. I didn't know I'm supposed to have a contract for the client to sign. So the day of the gig, I do the makeup. So it was an overnight gig. So when the morning reaches, I look for the client who gave me the job to pay me my money. I'm telling you, alikuwa amesharudi Nigeria. So
left was up.
Yes, he's nowhere to be seen. Everyone is there moving around, trying to wind up. It's been a long night. I'm there trying to look for someone who needs to pay me 50,000. And I don't even have anything to show that he owes me money. I cried. I called my father. I called my brother. I'm telling them, don't you think we should go to the police and report? And they're asking me, what are we going to report? At this point, I felt like, this is it for me. I'm done. I'm done.
And that was your first major gig into this industry?
Yes. I was in, and I was in big. So my brother called me, and I'm like, you have to know a way. You have to know something I can do to get my money back. I owe dad already 7,000. Even though his family, at least I can't start my hustle with debts.
Yeah.
So he just told me, Faith, if at all everyone was to pay me my debts today, I would comfortably sit down in the house for more than 1.5 years, and I'd still come out and still have money to keep me going. What I'm trying to tell you is, if you're here for the money, you will not last. It's the passion that will take you to a next level, and it will keep you hustling.
And what did that make you think about yourself and you being in this craft? Were you in it for the right reasons?
At that point, I actually thought about it. At first, I was like, Apana, this guy is not telling me the right answers. He should tell me, let's go to the cops, let's go report.
Let's take action.
You know. So I thought about it for a few days. And remember, at that time, after I've lost my first gig and my brother is telling me not to give up, remember, I'm still pregnant. I had just gone for my second trimester. I was in my second trimester, the 5th month. So I had just left the clinic. I was walking around town and I started cramping. So I thought it's normal cramps. I went home. My sister-in-law back then said, probably the baby is turning, that's why she's cramping. But the cramping was too much. I think it was because I had a series of disappointments, a disappointing boyfriend who doesn't...
Stress levels.
Yes, they were just high. They were high. So I was taken to hospital. I labored for 3 days, and on the 3rd day, I miscarried. So I've miscarried, I've lost my baby. I don't have a boyfriend. The gig I thought would sustain me, I've been conned.
Yeah.
So I sat in the house for, I think, 3 weeks, thought about what next to do. How do I go about it? And then one day I get a call from, she's a TV personality as well, Jackie Matubia. She tells me, I'm working for this TV station and they're looking for a makeup artist. Do you think you want to come and try? But for a start, they're not paying you, they're not taking you on board as their staff.
Full-time,
you're coming in as a reliever because the current makeup artist is taking a leave for 14 days. Would you be willing to come and step in? I said yes. I was really willing to start afresh. So at this point, I told my dad about it. He told me, if this is what you really want to do after all you've gone through, just go for it. You have my full support. And he's walked with me through my makeup journey up to this day.
Today,
he's my to-go person. He's literally my boyfriend. So I went to the TV station. I worked for 21 days. They paid me. Come January, they said, we've decided to let go of the other makeup artist. We've decided to give you the job. I was happy. I was really happy. And at this point is when I decided, you know what? Wake up, go to work, go on YouTube, learn those tutorials like never before. I never knew this brush goes where, this goes where. And
that brings me to this aspect of learning to improve on your skill. And looking at the makeup industry, more so, we want to look good.
Yes, we do.
But we don't always want to invest the necessary time, money, the necessary resources that are needed when it comes to investing. And looking at makeup artists, some just want to wake up and make it.
Yes.
What did that teach you, learning the fact that, you know, you love this craft, but you don't have the necessary skills to get you to that level that you want to?
What I learned is, for you to make it, you really have to work hard. And you don't not work hard in a fast way. You have to work hard slowly, one step at a time. There's a movie I watched. It was about marathon runners. So the students were trying to run fast to get to the end. But the trainer was telling them, it's not about getting to the end. It's about being consistent with the time you use from here to the end that will get you to the end quite fast. So for me, what I've learned throughout these years that I've been doing makeup is you need to be consistent, you need to be persistent, and at the end of the day, you need to really do research. Every day is a learning day. I might be seated here as a makeup artist, but I'm not going to lie to you. Today when I go back to my makeup studio, I'm going to learn one thing. So it's a matter of one step at a time, one step at a time.
Building on the skills that you already have.
And the more you practice, the more you master your craft.
All right.
Yes.
Did you have a mentor or someone who was guiding you through this makeup journey, that, you know, somebody who is already there, has been there and knows better, and is just helping you, holding your hand along the journey?
When I got to the TV station, the lady who was there, the previous makeup artist, what she did was not, I wouldn't say was help me, but at least she guided me. She told me, by the way, this brush goes to the face, this one goes to the eye, this one goes to the day. She didn't break it down for me. So after being told that is when I had to just go the extra mile. You know, when they say when you go to school, the teacher gives you probably 40%, the 60 is up to you. It's a real thing. So the teacher used to tell me, this brush goes here, this brush goes here, and leaves it at that. How you hold the brush, how you choose what product goes where, is something I had to go an extra mile to learn.
Now, putting together your brand, your shop, your house together, how did you go about that? How long did it take you to just even get to a point where you have your own studio?
I recently got my own studio 2 months ago. Back in when I started doing makeup, let me backdate it kidogo.
Yes.
When I started doing makeup in 2014, that was basically trial and error. 2015, 16, and 17, I was a freelance makeup artist. I used to wake up, post on social media, which is a major tool for anyone who's doing art. I used to wake up, post on Facebook, Instagram, market my posts, boost them, get clients. But when I went back to school in 2016, in my second year, I was supposed to go for internship in a media station. I didn't go to a media station. I decided to intern under a friend of mine. She was called Valerie Misoi. I worked with Valerie from 2017, April. I was interning under her, as she also taught me how to venture to getting to having your own shop, because she had her own makeup studio. And then I worked with her 2017, 2018, all the way to last year, September, when she passed away. May her soul rest in peace. After that, I was lost again, because I'm used to now someone holding my hand,
holding your hand,
yes, telling me, you know what, this is how we do it, this is where you get your products from, this is how you get your clients. And then I was lost for almost 3-4 months. I just wandered around the CBD for a long time. I rented out space in someone's shop at Corner House. I was there from last year, September, to this year, July. So when COVID hit, clients nobody wants to do makeup and you're wearing a mask. Come on. It doesn't make sense. So at that point, God came through in a mysterious way through a client. So throughout the COVID period, I had a client who used to call me every day for jobs. And then after July, I realized, you know what? Since things are slowly going back to normal, it's about time I sit down and get to the next phase of my life. So I started sourcing for a shop, and luckily I got one, and it's now 2 months old.
Now, I wanted to talk a bit about that space of now you being an entrepreneur. In as much as you are a makeup artist, you are now in business, and this is your business. And I feel that is some way so many young people go wrong, because they do not equip themselves with the necessary skills and tools that they need to set up shop. Makeup artistry, there's no book to which guides you as to how you're supposed to run this business. Every business is an individual entity. Now, from your experience, what were those tools that you needed to get in place to get your business up and running, to get that shop, to get the tools that you need, the products that you need? How was that space, and how did you go about it?
First and foremost, it's so wrong to enter or to get a studio blindly. When I talk in terms of blindly, I mean you need to have set a clientele base. Clients that you know, come rain or sunshine, they will definitely walk into your makeup studio. For me, look at it this way: from 2014, 15, 16, 17, it's been 5-6 years, give or take. In those 6 years, I've gotten clients. I have clients who are reliable. One. Secondly, I realized there is no need of you walking to my store and asking me to do your makeup, and I use product X, and then I send you to shop Y to purchase the product. How about after doing your makeup, I sell the same product to you? It's a plus for me. So apart from the makeup charge you've paid, you'll also pay for a product. Apart from that, I've also managed to venture into skincare, so whereby I take you through your skincare regime from the time you wake up in the morning, how you cleanse your face, how you tone it, to the point whereby you still use my makeup product. So give or take, a makeup service probably is $20. But if I include the skincare before the makeup and after the makeup, in a day, you can give me close to $100. So that basically has been my to-go item, because as I said, my business is the makeup tower. So I want to be a build-up. From the moment you wake up, everything you use on your face, to the time you come to the shop and tell me, I want to look like person XYZ, and your skincare routine has not been matching. So I have to walk you through the moment you wake up to the moment you sleep, so that when you do your makeup, it's flawless and you get it right.
Absolutely. Because we walk around Nachikigalde, you're like, chick, do you have a mirror? Do you have friends?
You see?
Let's start there. And we just want to also hear from you as a makeup artist. You know, you have seen all the makeup blunders that you could possibly see from our young ladies. And arguably so, unatukanga ukijiona kitu. Umejipaka makeup unajiona leo. Nina wakunywa kuwakunywa. You look good, but in reality, you have gone about the application process wrongly. You have chosen the wrong products. And we just want to hear from you when it comes to the makeup in itself. And let's just start with choosing the proper colors for our skin. So many ladies will go wrong with that. The face is one color, the neck is a different color, the chest is a different color. And arguably, so you could be having pigmentation issues, but when it comes to choosing a color that is good for your skin, which part do you test it against? We see wrists, we see jaws, we see chest, we see neck. As a makeup artist, which is the way to go?
Personally, before I get to which part you use, the problem when it comes to pigmentation is when you're exfoliating your skin, and I always tell my clients this, when you're masking, when you're scrubbing, you should scrub from your face to your chest area so that you have an even skin tone. If you do that consistently for about 2-3 weeks, the shade will be the same. So take that home. Secondly, most people prefer to test their foundations on their hands. But if I put my hand against my face, it's slightly different.
Yes.
So remember this. When you're doing your foundation, I prefer testing it on the cheek. These areas that get hit by the sun. And if I do a foundation here and blend it down, it should be able to match. So personally for me, I test it on my clients' faces. Yes. Especially the cheek area. Because you'll realize if your cheek is well contoured, the inner bit is deep and it's dark. So you have to do it properly at the cheek, yes.
All right.
Yes.
So every artist has their own way.
Yes, they do.
But preferably, it should be areas that are in direct contact with the sun because they are the most exposed.
Exactly.
Now, learning to differentiate between legit and bootleg products. I'm sure you've had to learn the hard way when it comes to purchasing some of these products.
God, yes.
How did you get to a point where you're actually able to tell the legit from the bootleg product?
First and foremost, you don't just go buying products blindly.
Dubois?
Dubois? You know, you go to Dubois. Let's say a concealer, this concealer. If you go to Dubois, the concealer goes for 200 shillings. But if you buy from a legit shop, it's from 400 shillings to 650 shillings. Question is, you don't want to invest. You'll go use Dubois products on your face. You start getting acne, you say the makeup artist failed you, and it's because out of your 30 days, you come to the makeup artist once and say she's failed you, and all the 29 other days,
you've been using the
wrong
counterfeit
products. So first things first, do your research. Go to social media, buy your data bundles. I'm sure everyone can afford data. Good. Buy your data bundles, differentiate, just type what's the difference between a fake and an original concealer. I'll just choose a concealer for this brand. If you look at it, just have a look at it. The number is on top of the name. The fake is the other way around.
The name is on top of the product number.
Yes.
Oh wow. That is so easy.
It's so easy. So you just Google the name of the product and look at the details of the brand. Again, don't go buying products from people you cannot trust. Go to trusted stores. That's why for me, for my foundations, I prefer importing them from Nigeria because there's so many counterfeits in the industry. You wouldn't know which is an original one, which is a fake one. It's only after you apply that you're like, this pigmentation, actually the coverage is off. So this is a fake. And you've already bought probably a stock of 10,000.
Imagine.
Why? So for me, I prefer, and I always advise my clients, if you want a good foundation, I import my makeup from Nigeria. And there's no copy paste here.
Especially with makeup. I don't know. There's recently one lady that I follow on Instagram, and she actually put out a video of how counterfeit makeup, what it did to her face.
Yes.
And this thing can mess your skin to levels that are irreversible. So ladies, when it comes to getting makeup products, save if you have to buy that legit foundation, bottle of foundation, or that legit powder, eyeshadow, eyeliner. These are sensitive areas of your face. You don't want to walk around with patches on your skin because of problems you brought onto yourself. All right. Now, let's talk about learning how to apply foundation.
Yes.
Yeah. We all kuna wenye wanakuanga waku dab wengine sugua
wengine paka hivi kama mafuta.
The basic skills when it comes to doing this craft. How someone who is especially starting out with makeup, how do they go about it?
Personally, for me, I normally tell my clients to invest in good brushes.
Brush or it's called a beauty blender.
A beauty blender. Either I can use both. I prefer using both. I start first of all with a brush. I spread it around your face, or rather your skin, and then I use a beauty blender to make sure everything is blended in.
Okay.
But it's always important to have a brush, because as compared to a beauty blender, I don't normally use beauty blenders all the time. When it comes to a beauty blender, you see, when I'm washing this brush, I wash it in circular motion, and you see the inside is very clean. But my question is, that sponge, huko ndani?
Nani anaosha? And also, before we even continue further with when it comes to the application process, the proper tools for the proper job.
Yes.
And I'm speaking from experience. Mimi nimetumia sponge moja kupaka foundation na kupaka powder.
Ooh. Okay.
Choosing the right tool for the proper job.
Okay.
Tell us a bit about the brushes. You have the basics there.
Yes.
What is for what?
Actually, I have 4 brushes only. These are basic brushes for you to have.
Okay.
So this is called a spoolie brush. You just use it to brush your eyebrows, just to make sure zimepangana vizuri. And then you do your normal eye pencil. And then this is called an angled brush. Angled brush is used for concealing the eyebrows. So the way my eyebrows are properly defined, it's this brush. So you slowly use it using the concealer. You use it to define.
Okay.
After that, you can just blend in your eye area, just the concealer and everything. And then this brush. This is a powder brush. So basically, if you don't intend to do eyeshadow, or you don't want eye makeup that's too much, you use this brush and some kidogo powder, loose powder. Loose powder, it can be compact powder, brand of your choice. You just use it to fill your eye area, so that, have you ever seen someone who's walking throughout the day and then akifunga hivi macho unaona ka crease ni kama ka foundation, unasikia nika utamfanya kuja tutoi hapa. So yeah, you use this brush with kidogo powder just to set the eye area to make it look like it's properly done. Now this brush, it's a magical brush. This is what does my foundation. I want you to just...
Let me feel it.
Yes.
Because also brushes come with different textures. They're legit brushes and they are faux brushes.
Yes.
Okay. So how am I even supposed to know the difference?
So, first and foremost, is it stinging in your hand?
No, it's not.
Good. So when you're buying brushes, don't go for brushes that are... Let me tell you, cheap is expensive. Huh?
That is true.
It is very expensive. So if you want to go for a brush that's worth 200 shillings and the feel is not smooth on your face does not need to have that stinging feeling. It will irritate your face and eventually you'll get acne. So example, these brushes, they come 4 of them.
As a set.
Yes, and the 4 of them goes for probably $25, which you need to be investing properly in them. So after doing the foundation with that brush, you come in again with a powder brush, do your powder. Kawaida, I always advise ladies to have a lip liner, which is very good for defining your lips, and it helps create proper lip edges. And then as a lady, it's also important to have 3 things: a lip gloss, a nude lipstick, and a bold lipstick.
Bas.
Sasa,
unafaa kuongeza volume hapo.
At least 3 things: lip gloss, bold lip, and nude. So you know, when you're having those polite dates, probably coffee at 4 p.m, you can't go wearing a red lippy. Utakani kama umenda interview ama business meeting X, that one you do a nude lippy, but you have to line your lips to just make it look properly transitioned.
Define the edges.
Yes.
Okay.
Over the weekend, you're having plans with your girlfriends. You want to just go chill, but at the same time, you just want to look pretty and you have everything figured out. You go with a lip gloss. You know why? It's also exfoliating your lips throughout the weekend to help you transition to the week.
Yes.
Whereby you'll be probably doing the bold lippy the whole time. These are matte lipsticks. This is a lip gloss. So another thing, if you don't want it to be matte, after doing the matte lipstick, you can also do a lip gloss on top.
All right.
Yes, basically that's it. You also need to have an eyeliner just to wing your eye kidogo. You don't have to do a kata. You know, there are those that love those dramatic kata. Akifunga hivi macho afunga unasema yes baba. Uko sawa. Those ones that even if a bee is passing, it will be cut into two. No.
All right.
It's not a must. And then another thing, if you don't do fake eyelashes, you need a mascara. Mascara will always comb your lashes, make them look like they're properly arranged. Irrespective of who you're meeting, watajua, okay, she took her time to prepare herself today.
So these are the basics for anyone who is venturing into this makeup journey.
Yes.
Good brushes, a good foundation. I can see a compact powder, concealer, 3 types of lipsticks, a liner, and you're good.
And you're good to go.
Na mascara.
Na mascara.
Eyeliner.
Yes. And then if you want probably kidogo, you can contour your face uku kwa cheek area so that, you know, have you ever seen when we take photos, we're like, you know that pouting, you don't have to pout once you do your contour. And then probably a highlighter to make your cheeks and nose glow kidogo. And you're good to go. And you don't need a big bag. All this can fit in my Katanika clutch and look like I have everything figured out.
Because you have everything figured out.
Exactly.
We are talking about makeup artistry. You know, it is something that we ladies love. We love makeup. We always want to look good. But are we investing it in the right way? We have with us Faith Heho in the studio this morning. Tell us a bit about more what we need to do. Brushes. It needs to be gentle on your skin when you are using it, all right? Go for gentle products, go for gentle tools when it comes to how you are using your products. Now, we are out of time, but I just want you to talk to other young makeup artists who are looking to venture into this journey. They have... they second guess themselves. They're not sure about where to start, how to start, or when to start. What's your advice to them this morning?
My advice to upcoming makeup artists is, first and foremost, dedicate your plans to God. Because at the end of the day, if He doesn't have your back, nobody's got your back. Secondly, do as much research as possible. For me, I do beauty, which is per se, I glam you up for your photo shoots, for your weddings. There are other makeup artists who do special effects. There are others who do body art. So you also need to try everything to at least find your niche and also need to understand what works best for you. Number 3, don't be in a rush to invest in anything. Walk to a store that samples products, buy a product that you can sample on yourself first, get to understand, will this work for my clients? Will it serve the purpose for me and 2 other people who are not my skin tone? Number 4, use your money wisely. Let me tell you, as a makeup artist, money comes and goes real quick.
Okay.
I can sit here and live here and get everything today I need, and at the end of the day have nothing. So take your time, plan yourself, wake up early, do your research, pray, and above all, be passionate, not because of the money, be passionate because you love what you're doing. Love what you do.
Faith Heho, founder of the Makeup Tower. Thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you.
Give us your social handles once more.
On Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, The Makeup Tower. Yes.
All right. So check her out if you are an up-and-coming makeup artist, and your gender doesn't matter, by the way, when it comes to this place, the creative industry. If you are a young lady or gent who's interested in this field, check her out. I'm sure she'll be willing to offer the support that she can, as and when she can, in the capacity that she's able to. Thank you so much, Faith. We wish you the absolute best with your journey.
Thank you so much.
All right. Now, we are almost at the tail end of Good Morning Kenya, but before we get to that point, I can see Ndi on the other side of steel. What's going on? All right, we'll be checking in with her in a bit, Doreen, as we almost wind up today's program. But thank you so much for staying with us. Remember, the hashtag is still Good Morning Kenya. My handle is at Jane Wamboy. Our official station handle is at KBC Channel 1. At Doreen Arange, at Ray Munyara, and at Sam Dublin Jorage are our individual handles. And as we get to close the program, we just want to remind you of, the discussions that we had today. We had an interview with Regina Manyara, who will be coming up in a minute to just give us a recap about that. This has been a discussion about makeup artistry as a whole, as well as a viewpoint, just looking at, the post-BBI reveal here in Kenya and how we are doing as a country, the proposals that have been put in that document and what we need to consider before we get to pass it as a whole. So that is what we have been discussing this morning.